Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Young and restless, Sharon has landed smack dab in the middle of another crisis and is in dire need of assistance. But the returning character who's about to show up may be more of a hindrance than a help. Fortified by newfound strength on the heels of her revealing hypnosis session, having realized she wasn't the one who killed Heather, even though she dumped her body and framed Daniel after the fact, Sharon boldly headed out dressed to the nines for New Year's, only to encounter the person we assume is the real killer. Despite all the talk about the real culprit still lurking, and the danger to Sharon and everyone in her family, she nonetheless decided to make her way to society to meet up with her daughters on her own on New Year's Eve. And that proved to be a potentially fatal mistake. Jordan chloroformed Sharon, knocking her out, and somehow managed to drag her into her car and into her room at the Red Door Motel. There's no telling how such a tiny woman of a certain age managed to pull this off. But the sweeping under the rug of such technicalities is part of the beauty of soap operas, we suppose. Ian gave Jordan instructions to put Sharon in her car and push it into the river near where Heather's body was found as part of his plan to frame Phyllis for the blonde's death. But unable to fully trust her partner in crime, Jordan decided instead to stash Sharon in, where else but the sewers, and shackle her to a dirty old pipe. Declaring to her mad self that Sharon was her insurance, Jordan left her underground and went back to rejoin Ian, allowing him to believe that Sharon's body had gone down with her vehicle, which had since been discovered in the water. As we make our way into the next episode, Sharon's family is frantic, and she's probably going to feel the same way when she awakens in her current surroundings. Yep, our tragic heroine is in dire need of help, and a familiar face is set to appear to her in her time of need. Unfortunately, he's not someone who can physically rescue her from the sewers. In fact, he's someone who died in the sewers himself, at Sharon's hand. Yup, Cameron Kirsten, who played an integral part in Sharon's PCP hallucinations, and who coaxed her to make all manner of poor choices, is set to return, and will appear to Sharon as she comes to terms with her new predicament. You can understand, then, why we're not sure whether he'll be a help or a hindrance under the circumstances. He is clever, so that's a plus. He's also cunning and devious, which are qualities that might come in handy in dealing with someone like crazy Aunt Jordan. Sharon Newman, a beloved character on The Young and the Restless, Y&R, has always been one of Genoa City's most resilient residents. Yet over the years, she has faced a seemingly unending stream of personal and emotional trials that have tested her limits. From her turbulent relationships to dealing with the tragic loss of loved ones and battling mental health struggles, Sharon's character has been on a roller coaster ride of highs and lows. But as of late, Sharon finds herself once again in need of rescue, emotionally, spiritually, and perhaps even physically. As her journey continues, the question arises, who will rescue Sharon? Will it be a familiar face, or perhaps someone new who can truly help her overcome her challenges? Sharon's story has been marked by constant turmoil, most notably in her relationships. From her tumultuous marriage to Nick Newman to the heartbreak that came with the dissolution of her relationship with Dylan McAvoy, Sharon has rarely had a moment of peace in her romantic life. Over the years, her passion for love and her quest to find true happiness have led her into increasingly complex situations. However, love has often been both a source of joy and pain for Sharon. This duality has shaped her into a multifaceted character who cannot easily be defined. Sharon's vulnerability has often made her susceptible to others who take advantage of her goodwill. Perhaps the most notable example of this was her connection with the manipulative Adam Newman, who caused her so much emotional devastation throughout their on-again, off-again relationship. Though they share a complex bond, Adam's influence on Sharon's life has been deeply problematic. Sharon's willingness to see the good in people often blinds her to their darker qualities. As much as she wants to see the best in others, especially those she loves, it often backfires, leaving her heartbroken or overwhelmed. On top of this, Sharon has been forced to deal with multiple personal crises. The death of her daughter, Cassie, remains one of the most pivotal moments in Sharon's life, a tragedy that has never been fully healed. To cope, she has battled through profound grief, anxiety, and feelings of inadequacy. More recently, Sharon has dealt with her own mental health struggles, including a harrowing battle with bipolar disorder. Her emotional well-being has been tested to the point where the character's journey has become as much about self-discovery as it is about seeking help from others. Sharon's mental health journey is critical to understanding her current need for rescue. After everything she has been through, heartbreak, grief, loss, and betrayal, Sharon now finds herself facing the weight of these emotional burdens on a daily basis. And while Sharon is strong, her past traumas continue to resurface, leading to moments of self-doubt and emotional collapse. Thus, the question arises, who will step in to provide the much-needed support for Sharon to emerge from these trials unscathed? Over the years, Sharon has had several key figures in her life who have acted as rescuers in various ways. Her family members, particularly her daughter Faith and her mother Nikki, have always been sources of emotional support, even if not always reliable. However, there is one person who has consistently shown up for Sharon through thick and thin. Nick Newman, Sharon's ex-husband and the father of their children. Nick is the one character who has continually loved Sharon, despite the challenges they have faced together. Throughout their tumultuous relationship, Nick has been there for Sharon when she needed someone the most, offering unconditional support even when things seem bleak. Whether it's providing a shoulder to cry on or offering advice during her lowest moments, Nick has always been Sharon's emotional anchor. But does that mean Nick will be the one to rescue Sharon again? While his support is crucial, there's also a risk that their relationship could repeat old patterns, leading to further emotional turmoil for both of them. In addition to Nick, Sharon has had other figures come to her aid, such as her close friend Phyllis Summers. Though they've had their disagreements, Phyllis has also been there for Sharon in times of crisis. Phyllis is a strong and pragmatic character who can offer advice, but sometimes her bluntness can cause friction. Yet, as Sharon faces another emotional breakdown, Phyllis might be the kind of friend who helps her regain her sense of self-worth. Even characters who were once antagonistic to Sharon, such as Victoria Newman, have shown moments of vulnerability and empathy toward her. Victoria and Sharon have had a complicated relationship, but the Newmans are, after all, family. As Sharon's struggles intensify, it wouldn't be entirely surprising if Victoria put aside her own issues to offer Sharon the help she needs. While Sharon's past relationships provide some sense of familiarity, what if someone new entered the picture to offer Sharon the support she so desperately needs? A fresh perspective could be just what Sharon requires to break free from the patterns of her past and begin anew. Perhaps an unexpected character could come to her aid in a way that no one else has before. Could it be a new love interest who sees beyond Sharon's trauma and embraces her fully, flaws and all? Someone who doesn't judge her for her past, but instead is able to help her heal and rediscover her own strength. This could be a transformative relationship for Sharon, where love doesn't come with strings attached or an agenda. Instead, this love could be about acceptance and understanding, providing Sharon with the emotional stability she needs to finally move forward. Alternatively, Sharon could benefit from a new friendship, someone outside her family and romantic history who is able to see her for who she truly is, not just as the woman defined by her past mistakes and struggles. In this respect, a newer character, perhaps an outsider to the chaos of Genoa City, could offer Sharon the guidance and empathy she's lacked for so long. Though Sharon may appear to be in need of rescue, it's important to recognize that one of the most enduring themes of her story is her ability to rise from the ashes time and time again. Sharon has always demonstrated a remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. She has suffered immense losses, but rather than succumbing to them, she has found ways to continue on. In a sense, Sharon is her own rescuer. Through therapy, self-reflection, and the support of those who truly care for her, Sharon has the capacity to heal herself. But that doesn't mean she won't need the support of others along the way. She is still learning how to let go of the guilt and self-doubt that have plagued her for years. But perhaps this is the moment when Sharon will no longer need a hero to save her, but rather she will learn to save herself. So who will rescue Sharon Newman? It's a question with no simple answer. Sharon's path to healing will likely involve a combination of self-discovery, emotional support from those who care about her, and perhaps the arrival of new faces who offer a different kind of love and understanding. Whether it's her ex-husband Nick, her close friends, or someone entirely new, Sharon's story remains one of resilience and transformation. Ultimately, Sharon may discover that the true hero lies within herself. Only time will tell whether Sharon will find the rescue she so desperately needs, and what form that rescue will take in Genoa City's ever-evolving landscape.